Hey folks, Crazy Clamor 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 5 in our 20 from 1994 series, and this is a versus fighting game created by Capcom, and this contains Marvel's X-Men characters, and this game is called X-Men Children of the Atom. And this was, I believe, released in Japan in late 1994 and released everywhere else in early 1995. But this has the typical Capcom Street Fighter setup for the controls. An 8-way joystick and 6 action buttons, 3 for punch, 3 for kick, of weak, medium, and strong attacks. And you can choose from 6 different heroes, or you can choose from 4 different villains for a total of 10 playable characters. And there will be 2 boss characters. One of them is Juggernaut, and one of them, the final one, is Magneto. And the animation in this game is just outstanding, so awesome. I really, really love the look of it. The characters just move so dynamically, and this was based on both the X-Men cartoon of the same time, which won an Emmy, and it was really excellent. But also, this was based on a comic arc of the X-Men called Fatal Attractions. I've never read that one. I didn't read a whole lot of comics. I had some. I had some X-Men. I appreciated comics. I just didn't get around to reading them, I guess, not much. But this can be kind of difficult for some players. I had my issues with the challenge at times. But I am going to play as Cyclops, and he's one of my favorite X-Men characters. You can choose manual or automatic blocking. I always choose manual. I'm used to holding back on the joystick to block.
Round 1. Fight.
And I'm going to start by fighting Colossus, the big Russian. And Cyclops has a shoryuken move. This game just is so cool, just the moves that each character can do. If you notice under the life bar, there is another meter, and that is called your X power. And you build it by attacking the opponent and connecting. To start, it is at level 1. Halfway through, it becomes level 2, and at the end of it, when it's full, it is level 3. And when it's level 3, you can perform what's called a Hyper X move. And it's super strong. Some characters also have an X ability, which don't require as much X power to use. But you need the full meter, pretty much, if you're going to use the Hyper X move. You can attack the opponent while they're down. I think if you have a higher X power, you can roll away by pressing, I think, back and forward and punch 3 times, any of the punch buttons. You can also do a super jump. This requires no X power. By pressing down and up quickly, you do a big jump. Now, that's useful against a lot of jumping enemies that just use their regular jump height at you. And now we're going to face Spiral, and she is a, I think, 6-armed woman who's like she's like the second in command under Mojo, who's a really fat alien that really likes or controls mass media across the universe. And this game is also cool in that sometimes you can break through the floor and take the fight to lower levels. It's just, this game is just full of awesome surprises. And there is Cyclops' Hyper X move, and he can change the direction of his optic blast with the joystick. Really friggin' cool game. And he can use his optic blast in midair too. And there's the head of Mojo there.
Round 2. Fight.
But yeah, I remember seeing this in the department store where I used to work at when I was in my early 20s. Yeah, his Shoryuken move is called Gene Splice. Yeah, there's his Hyper X move again. Yeah, each character has a Hyper X move. Not all of them have an X ability, which uses like half or less than half of your X power. But you better have all your X power if you want to use the Hyper X move. And now we face a robot Sentinel. And the Sentinel, being way taller than the X-Men, can cause major damage with each move. You want to try to keep your distance if you can. By this point, the enemy really starts getting wise to your projectile moves, and there's where you get a super finish notation for using your X power to beat an opponent. Yeah, I definitely remember watching the X-Men cartoon. It was very, very, very good. And they just, in more recent years, they came out with an X-Men 97 series, and it's really impressive too. Very much in keeping with the spirit of this animated series. There were animated iterations of the X-Men before the 90s. I think they might have shown up in Spider-Man or Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Other Marvel series from before. It might have appeared in some Fantastic Four series. Oh, that was close. Yeah, Cyclops his real name is Scott Summers. He was the husband of Jean Grey, who was one of the X-Men, and Wolverine, who was also in love with Jean Grey, was pretty resentful towards Cyclops. Plus, he didn't like his authority. I think Cyclops is a good character to choose. This is a Silver Samurai, and he's one of the villains. Yeah, this game really promotes using combos. If you can learn some combos to string together, you can really put the hurt on your opponent. See if you can learn to do that, because the opponent is definitely going to do that to you. There, I used just enough of my Hyper X power to take out Silver Samurai there. There were, of course, plenty of live-action movies of the X-Men, but I definitely like the animated series, and I am following the new one, X-Men 97. You will see flames appear on your character when they've built up enough X power to be able to do at least their X ability. But yeah, not every character has an X ability, but they all have a hyper X at least. You can dizzy the opponent, like in a number of Street Fighter type of versus fighting games. Yeah, Cyclops is the leader of the X-Men, or at least he was at this time in the comics series and the cartoon series. Here's Wolverine, and this far in the game, he might be way too agile and quick for you. They lent a number of the actual cartoon voice actors, or they lent their voices to this game. And you can definitely hear the Wolverine actor's voice. Roll claw. I just loved it. I remember my brothers and I both loving this game and Wolverine's voice. Yeah, Wolverine's always been in love with Jean Grey and is mad that Cyclops was in the way. They eventually earned a mutual respect, even after a lot of strife. That was Wolverine's Hyper X move, Berserker Barrage. Yeah, by this point the opponent's going to be pretty wise to your projectile attacks and do everything they can to avoid them. Yeah, Cyclops announcing his projectile move is enough warning for the opponent to often jump out of the way. If you're gonna use Cyclops, try to get used to being able to do the Shoryuken move or Gene Splice very often, because when the opponent's in the air, you can take them out unless they try to block in midair, which you can do in this game. I could not seem to do the Shoryuken or Gene Splice often enough. Sometimes the opportunity was there, but I couldn't make it work right. And that's me losing to Wolverine, and the game will tell you some of the moves that you can make, and that's just a simple dash move. Dash forward or dash backward by pressing the joystick forward or back twice. Put in my initials, and that's X-Men Children of the Atom. And for some reason, it did not show the number of wins that I had accrued in the high score list. That was kind of stupid.
You win.
I know that I used like a couple of save states. I don't know, maybe that screwed it up. Maybe it's the I'm putting on cheats at this point just so that I can make it through, and we'll look at the other characters that I didn't fight. And here is Psylocke. She's a psychic ninja. What's I gonna say? There are like a few characters, actually 4 characters, that you do not play as, or play against, excuse me. And I did not face Storm, Iceman, or Omega Red, and I didn't face Cyclops. You don't do mirror matches. You don't fight against your own character in this game. Yeah, I used invincibility, and I think I used infinite X-Force or X-Power. I used those 2 cheats.
You win. Perfect.
I love how the background moves around, and again, I love the multi-floor motif in some of the stages where you can break through the floor and take the fight down to another level. And here is the first boss character, and this is Juggernaut. And he can just slam the ground and make things land on you or cause damage to you. And partway through the fight, Juggernaut, I guess, can rip a bar off of a post and use it against you. He's got ridiculous range, and your attacks barely hurt him at all, if at all. Yeah, there is a super jump move that you can use at any time. Just press down and up quickly, and you can jump higher. Keep that in mind. We're not going to do a full playthrough the rest of the way. I just want you to see the at least snippets of the rest of the opponents. Yeah, and you get a much bigger bonus for your vitality if you got perfect, if you were not damaged. And here is Magneto. And we fight, I believe, on Asteroid M.
You dare rise against me. The human era is over. Mutant era has come.
And Magneto can float in the air. And he can have a little while of invincibility. I put on infinite X power so I can just use my super optic blast or whatever it's called whenever I want. Yeah, Magneto's a cheap bastard. Yeah, he can make himself a shield so he's invincible for a while. It'll eventually wear off. I just wanted to show the stronger moves of the remaining characters and maybe their Hyper X or X ability. And we'll see the ending for Cyclops in just a moment here.
You win. Perfect.
And we'll see, like I said, I think it's Asteroid M be destroyed. And these are comrades of his, I believe, in the Brotherhood of Mutants. I don't follow the stories as well as a lot of other people. I've always liked Wolverine as a character, especially in the cartoon series. He was brilliantly played by his voice actor. I can't remember his name. But that is X-Men Children of the Atom, and we did not yet see Storm, Iceman, or Omega Red. And we didn't see me face Cyclops, because, like I said, you can't have mirror matches. There is a way to play as or against, and there's Wolverine kind of upset that Jean Grey's in love with Cyclops. I think at some point in the comic series she does show feelings for Wolverine, whose real name is Logan. But there is a way to play as the Street Fighter 2 or Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo's Akuma in this game, and we will look at him later on. I'll tell you how to play it as or how to play against him. It's much easier to unlock him to play as him, but we'll look at that in a little bit. First, we're going to have a look at the character Iceman and what his moves are. And again, you can choose manual or automatic blocking. I would always use manual just because I'm used to holding backwards on the joystick to block. Just so much care was put into this game to capture the feel of the X-Men, and Capcom just did an unbelievable job. Good music, too. Iceman has his own... I like the giant ice ball. He has his own winter paradise at the beach. I didn't really try that much at this point. I just wanted to show just the abilities of the remaining characters that we did not yet see. And again, you'll see a little flame appear on your character when they can at least pull off the X ability. There is a roll move, a safety roll move that you can use. I think you have to have some X ability on your X power meter. You can use a safety roll to get away from danger, which is back, forward, and punch 3 times. Or you can recover when you're thrown down and punch 3 times so that you don't take damage when you land. And this is Omega Red, and he's a Russian mutant with tentacles made of some sort of super strong alloy or something. It's not adamantium like Wolverine's skeleton is. He's a major arch enemy of Wolverine. Wolverine especially hates him, I believe. And this is Storm, also known as Aurora Monroe. She might not have the same voice actress as the cartoon. I don't know for sure. But these are some of her moves, and she's the master of weather. She can create typhoons, she can create rain, lightning, whatever. She's pretty awesome. She ends up marrying Black Panther in the comics series. Maybe it is the same actress, I don't know for sure. It would have been cool if they had Rogue in this game. Rogue's character in the cartoon was really awesome. Well, here's how to fight Akuma he'll appear just before Juggernaut. You got to choose manual mode. Don't lose any rounds. Make the first attack in every round. You can read all that. It's very tough. There's a lot of criteria you have to meet, but you'll be able to fight Akuma just before you face Juggernaut. And here's how you fight as Akuma. This is much easier. At the character select, you just highlight Spiral for 2 seconds, then highlight Iceman for 2 seconds, then press right up, right, and down, and you'll appear on Silver Samurai. Wait a couple seconds and press Strong Punch, Weak Kick, and Strong Kick together. And here is Akuma. They don't even show his name. I mean, it's under his life bar. But if you've played or heard much about the Street Fighter series, you probably know who Akuma is, and he's really, really tough in this. It's a lot shorter than Cyclops, but he's super dangerous. Note that you can get a prompt for first attack. If you block an attack or prevent yourself from being thrown or slammed into a wall or something, it might say tech hit. Yeah, those backgrounds are really nice, especially this one. I think this is Cyclops' stage. Yeah, if you can get those combo chains working, definitely do so. You can cause a lot of damage. That is a tech hit. I'm not completely sure of all the technical verbiage in this game. Sorry about that. Bandicam was being a turd again sometimes. It's a little glitchy. I hope you have a great weekend. Mine is starting off really well. I got a guy over to replace my garage door, and he's doing it right now. But that is X-Men Children of the Atom, created by Capcom in 1994, and that is game number 5 in our 20 from 1994 series. Well, I thank you very much for watching. Hope you continue to have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon for game number 4. Bye-bye, folks.
The show is over, say goodbye.